A unified eyewitness reflection. He had told us the Son of Man would suffer, and on the third day rise. We heard him say it more than once. But when we stood beneath the cross outside Jerusalem, prophecy felt distant and pain felt near. We watched him breathe his last. We saw the soldier's spear pierce his side, the blood and water flowing. And when they laid him in the tomb, the promise felt buried with him. That Sabbath, we did not speak of rising. We hid. Before dawn, on the third day, Mary went to the tomb. Grief drove her there. Love would not let her stay away. She came running back to us. They have taken the Lord out of the tomb, and we do not know where they have laid him. Peter and I ran through the streets. I reached the tomb first, but stopped at the entrance. Peter did not stop. He went straight inside. The linen cloths were lying there. The burial wrapping that had covered his face was folded separately, not torn, not scattered, folded. I stepped inside. The tomb was empty, yet it did not feel violated. It felt intentional. Something stirred within me. It did not feel like defeat. That evening we locked ourselves in a room. We were not brave men that night. Rome had killed our teacher. We assumed we would be next. The door was shut, and suddenly he was there. No knock, no sound of hinges, only his voice. "Peace be with you." We stood frozen. He showed us his hands, his side. The wounds were there, the same wounds we had seen opened on the cross. He was not a memory, not a vision. We could see him, hear him. Later, we would touch him. He even ate with us. Peter stood very still. Days earlier, he had denied even knowing him. 3 times. The weight of it had nearly broken him. But when Jesus looked at him, there was no anger, only mercy. And in that look, Peter was restored. Thomas was not with us that first night. When we told him, he shook his head. "I saw him die. Unless I see the marks in his hands and put my hand into his side, I will not believe." 8 days later, we were together again. The doors were shut, and again he stood among us. "Peace be with you." Then he turned to Thomas. "Put your finger here. See my hands. Reach out your hand and put it into my side." Thomas did not reach out. He fell to his knees. "My Lord and my God." In that moment, doubt surrendered. But before any of us had seen him in that room, he had appeared to Mary. She had remained outside the tomb, weeping. Through her tears, she saw someone standing there. "Woman, why are you weeping?" she thought. He was the gardener. "Sir, if you have carried him away..." Then he said her name. Mary, that is how she knew. Not by sight. By the sound of her name spoken, the way only he could speak it. She came to us saying, "I have seen the Lord." And this time, she had. We did not see him once and imagine the rest. He came to us again and again. He walked with us, taught us, opened the scriptures, showing us how the law and the prophets had always pointed to this moment, that his suffering was not the end, but the path to glory. We had heard those words before. Now we understood. Death had not overcome him. He had overcome death. Years later, another witness joined ours, a Pharisee named Saul. He hunted those who followed Jesus. He approved when Stephen was killed. He dragged men and women from their homes. On the road to Damascus, a light brighter than the sun threw him to the ground. "Saul, Saul, "Why are you persecuting me? Who are you, Lord?" "I am Jesus, alive." The persecutor became the preacher. He would later write that Jesus appeared to Peter, then to the 12, then to more than 500 at one time, many still living. And he would say plainly, "If Christ has not been raised, our faith is empty." But he knew, and so did we. Christ had been raised. We were not men who expected to change the world. We were fishermen, a tax collector, a skeptic, a woman once delivered from darkness, a Pharisee blinded by pride. What happened to us cannot be explained by wishful thinking. Cowards do not suffer for what they know is false. Doubters do not worship unless they are convinced. Enemies do not endure hardship for a lie they once tried to destroy. The tomb was empty. He called our names. We saw him alive. And once you have seen life standing where death once ruled, silence is no longer possible.